Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poorly Cooking with the King. And today what we're going to do is an unprecedented event. Today's the very first time where I am going to be cooking multiple courses in a meal. However, I'm going to be still using my old philosophy and tenet that we don't want to spend too much time cooking because we don't have a lot of time, we're all busy people. But you could still make full, entertaining meals with multiple courses if you get the right stuff. So what we're going to do today is we are going to do a simple Caesar salad using several ingredients. We're also going to show you a variant where you can use chicken in it if you would like. We're also going to be making 2 mini pizzas. Now, previously on Cooking with the King, I did make a larger size Boboli pizza. Today we're going to be using their mini crusts to make 2 mini pizzas with some really good ingredients that you can get at your local supermarket that really kick it up a notch and make it a lot better than those grocery freezer pizzas.
Bam!
Such as DiGiorno and that other stuff. Okay.
Bam.
So the first thing that you're going to do when you're making this meal is you need to warm up your oven so the pizza dough will cook properly. And unfortunately, my oven is a little bit on the older side. It takes quite a while to warm up to 450 degrees. So what we've done is we're preheating the oven. It's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes to get there. Right now it's not even at 200 degrees yet. So what we decided to do was prepare the rest of the meal first while we're waiting for the oven to heat up to save time. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a simple Caesar salad. Now you might be saying, oh, salad is a pain in the ass to make. You have to get all the components, wash them, and so on and so forth. Normally I would agree with you, but you can actually buy ingredients that are ready to go right out of the bag. So what do we got here? We've got romaine hearts are traditionally what is made in a Caesar salad. So we've got the hearts of romaine, pre-washed by the way. This is right out of the bag. You can eat this. It's ready to go. We've got crumbles of bacon. We're not talking about those Bacos or all that fake stuff. We're talking real bacon that's been crumbled up and easily usable in a salad.
You mean those hard red bacon bits?
Right, the ones that are fake as hell. They're not very good. You got Caesar flavored croutons. You can actually buy these in a bag themselves. By the way, can you get the dressing, honey? Because we didn't take it out. These are already pre-flavored to taste like a Caesar kind of a deal, and you just toss them right into your salad. We've got the classic grated Parmesan cheese right out of your local grocer. What's wrong?
I don't like cheese on my salad.
We had it last time and you loved it.
I don't want it this time.
Well,
You can have it.
how are we going to do that then? We're going to have to do it separately.
Fine, I will have the cheese. I will pick the cheese.
This
out.
is traditionally, a lot of people say, what is the cheese that you put in Caesar? Traditionally, it's supposed to be shredded Parmesan that you put in a Caesar salad. Some people do variants. I've seen people do all kinds of crazy stuff, but this is traditional. All right? Now, some people say that a Caesar salad should have anchovies. The truth is, the matter is that the traditional old school Caesar salad, some of them did have anchovies, but we're not doing that because we don't want that. And then last but not least, your choice of Caesar dressing. We didn't go for a creamy Caesar. We went for a more oily, lighter Caesar, extra virgin olive oil. You know, obviously none of these brands have to be what you use, but this is what we're going to use to make our simple Caesar salad.
Paste, so you don't even need the anchovy.
There you go. So it's already in the dressing. All right. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to make our Caesar salad mixture in a large bowl. Okay. This is pretty easy to do. If you would like to hold the camera, honey.
No problem.
What we're going to do before we even start this is we have this chicken component. Now, a lot of people like a chicken Caesar salad rather than a regular Caesar salad.
I love chicken Caesar salad.
So what we're going to do, we're going to nuke this pre-cooked chicken. Now, we did this on a previous Cooking with the King with steak. You can also get it in chicken. All this is a chicken breast that they've chopped up. It's pre-cooked. We're going to toss this into the microwave oven. We're going to nuke it so that it basically thaws out. And we can use this some in the salad and some for our pizza, because it's going to be way too much for just the 2 pizzas. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All you need to do is cut it open. Lay it flat on the plate. Just so happens that this is a ½ pound of chicken. Okay. And it's cooked, so you don't have to worry about touching it. Oh no, I got it, salmonella. No, it's already pre-cooked. We're going to just put that right into the microwave. We'll do, I don't know, let's say, I think we did the other one for 3.5 minutes, was it? Let's do it for three minutes, and we'll see how it looks after 3 minutes.
Okay.
Boom, so that's already nuking. So now we move on to our salad here. And obviously, the first thing you put in, duh, is you're going to put in your lettuce. So open that. There you go. Again, this is pre-washed lettuce. No prep time needed. It's already washed and clean and good to go. Toss it right in your bowl. There you go. Next, we'll do some croutons. Let me Caesar flavor croutons.
And these are the dark and light mixed ones. Some people have a preference of one or the other. I prefer the light, but I do both.
Only a few left. We'll probably get rid of them. Not enough for another full salad. Okay. Next, spread in your bacon bits.
I love bacon bits.
You probably want to do this by hand. So
Or just dump the whole bag in.
Well, let's say if you dump it in, you're going to have a hard time tossing the salad later because all the bacon's going to be in a big clump. If you do this, you can make sure there's no clumps in the bacon and separate it by hand.
Who cares? It's bacon.
Probably a tiny bit more here. All right. Then we've got our Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
God.
It smells good. All right. Shredded. This is the way to do it in a salad.
You could shred it yourself and save money because when you buy things pre-cut and pre-shredded, you typically do pay more. But
the
if you
whole
have the time,
exactly. The whole point here is that we're the kind of people we don't have a ton of time
what's this? You got a mouse in your
to
pocket?
just sit here and make meals for 4 hours a day. And then finally,
Yeah, he'll expect me to do that one move though.
the Caesar dressing, which I'm going to let you put in because I'd like you to put in. I don't want you to do it too overpowering and then you don't like it.
I love this stuff. What are you smoking?
So she's going to put the Caesar dressing in. In the meanwhile, I'm getting the salad tosser and or spatula.
Oh, you're not going to use the Christmas one?
No, this is what I used to use. I used to work at a health store when I was in high school, and we used to use this to mix up people's salads. Okay, so that's good enough. All right, want to grab the camera again?
I thought.
Now I'll instruct them on how to
I would
properly
be tossing the salad.
mix or toss the salad.
Phil's
What
very
you
good
do
at
is
tossing
use one
salad.
hand to hold the bowl. I'm a professional salad tosser. I used to do this for a living.
Yes.
And you, as you can see, shift around all the ingredients on one side of the bowl. You might have a couple jumpers. That's okay. And that's how you toss out. Very basic. You always have to have one hand to hold. If you don't, you try to do it like this, that bowl's going to fly right off the counter. That's happened to me when I was learning how to do it.
Oh, sweetie. And just in time, the chicken's done.
So let's take a look. Does the chicken look done?
The chicken is steaming.
Steaming hot and ready to go. The plate's also extremely hot. So I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Try to spread it out here.
Are they all cooked?
There's like one piece that's a little icy. Everything else is pretty cooked.
Huh.
So what we could probably do, because as you can see, our crusts are going to not have a lot of space for chicken. So I figure we'll split the chicken between the salad and the pizzas, right? So let's go ahead and we'll take some of the pieces that I feel are cooked. That's cold. These are cooked. And you toss them in. Oh, that was freaking real hot. Damn.
Be careful. Remember, everybody, safety first.
Hot, hot, hot. Probably like one or two more pieces.
Yeah, one or two.
Because we don't want to overdo it. We still want it for the pizza too. There we go. Dry off my hand. Again, it's pre-cooked, so keep in mind I'm not getting salmonella on my hands.
But if you are working with uncooked chicken, make sure that you wash your hands before handling any other products for fear of cross-contamination.
Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to toss the salad some more.
Looks good.
Toss in that chicken. And that salad's pretty much done at this point. All you need is a bowl, single serve, as I'll show you here. Got 2 bowls, one for each of us. Put that right into the bowl. Boom.
This would be easier if you had a salad server.
Right, which I don't.
Men.
And there you have it. A couple pieces that got loose, but here's your very basic Caesar salad, and if you so desire, you can even garnish it a little bit more. A tiny bit more of a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese on top like that.
Ooh, fancy.
Or maybe a couple of more croutons or bacon, depending on what your personal preference is. Okay? That's the salad. It's done. Now, as you can tell, our oven's not ready yet. When our oven's ready, it beeps. So we didn't waste any time. We're using the time waiting for the oven to heat up in order to make all of the components of our meal. So now we're going to move on over to the pizzas. We're going to use some fresh ingredients to actually make these really delicious. So the first thing I'll do is grab a spoon and we're going to put on this pizza sauce.
And the fresh ingredients don't even take up extra time.
Again, you don't need to use the brands that we use. This was something we found locally at our local restaurant. Pizza, not restaurant, shopping center. You know, it's called the Big
Grocery
Y
store.
Market, whatever. Pizza sauce. Okay, you want to get some of this as pizza sauce. If you get pasta sauce, it's going to taste like ragu or whatever. This is the good stuff. It should say pizza sauce.
And every state, I'm sure, has their own brand.
It smells so good.
Oh, it smells absolutely amazing.
So the first thing you do is you apply the pizza sauce to your pre-made crust. Now these are Boboli. That's the brand. Again, you can get them at your local supermarket. Or you can make your own pizza dough if you really want to spend that amount of time. You know what I mean?
It is very time consuming, though. That's probably the most time consuming part of the pizza.
Kneading the dough and all that, which
And then
we just
rolling
don't
it
have
out
time to do. So you can just make these pre-made crusts. All right, we're going to go ahead and put more sauce on this one.
And this is the best way to distribute pizza sauce. You scoop and then you spread with the bottom of your spoon. You don't want to drench it. You just want to have like this previous pizza. You want to cover it.
Because that's actually a problem. If you put too much sauce on a pizza later on, it just explodes when you go to eat it, and the sauce will run everywhere. You want to be sure that it's just enough to cover the surface area, and you want to leave a space around the edges so that you have a crust you can grab onto. Okay, here we go. To the edge. Very good.
Delicious.
Put that in the sink for now. Alright, so next, before you start to put any other ingredients on, you have to put a layer of cheese. Now we've got two different varieties of cheese that we've selected. Basic mozzarella, that's what goes on most pizzas. But we also have this 4-cheese pizzeria mix that was available. It has mozzarella, cheddar, smoked provolone, and sharp provolone. So we're going to put a layer of that on first. You can hear the oven is not even ready yet, so we are not wasting any time.
This already contains shredded mozzarella, but we do like the taste of mozzarella on top. You, of course, don't have to add more mozzarella. You can add more of whatever cheese suits you. There's all kinds of cheeses you can put on pizza. Isn't that right?
Sure, but it'll actually completely change the flavor profile of the pizza depending on what you use. So if you want to go, we went with more Italian style. If you want to go with just plain mozzarella, a lot of people like that. They think that it's weird to have other cheeses on a pizza. Some people go crazy and they'll do like buffalo chicken pizza with cheddar and stuff like that, but we're not going that crazy today.
It all depends on what else you want to put with it.
Alright, so we've got our first initial layer of cheese.
Oh, it has a belly button.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to very gently apply some critical spices to the pizza. First thing we're going to do, regular salt. Kosher salt. Very mildly apply a little bit of salt to the top. Just
Salt really does
sprinkling.
make all the difference.
Tiny sprinkling.
Not
right?
too much.
Okay. Then, regular household pepper. Little bit. Not too much.
You don't want to see an overwhelming spot of it. You just want to do a light dash.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. And these seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it. First, mixed basil and garlic. Garlic is like an essential thing to all Italian food. And I could not eat pizza without garlic.
You can't eat a lot of foods without garlic.
Spread it on. Spread it on. You can smell the garlic already overwhelmingly coming through, right? Next, oregano. This is one of the most aromatic herbs that you can get.
Oh, it smells so good. And when they actually have oregano and like shredded Parmesan cheese at like pizza restaurants.
Right.
That's what that dark thing is.
Now to kick it up a notch, we're gonna do something a lot of people don't do: fresh cilantro.
I picked it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people don't do this in their pizza.
And just because it's fresh doesn't mean it will take more time. Cilantro is one of the quickest things to add to just kick up the flavor. It looks like a little like stem without a flower. Yeah.
And all you do is you pull the leaf off. You crumble it up a little bit and just toss it on there. Again, very aromatic. You're gonna smell. It's so distinct. The cilantro leaf is such a distinct smell and adds such a distinct flavor to your pizza. Go ahead over here. Grind it up a little bit.
Oh man, I wish you guys could smell this through the video.
Yeah, it's so refreshing. It's such a refreshing scent. If you've never smelled cilantro before, when next time you're in a supermarket, go grab some and give it a whiff. You'll be like, wow, that is really a refreshing scent. Okay, so that's about it for this one. Don't use the stems, by the way.
Yeah.
Only the leaves. You don't want to get stems in there. So now we've got our first layer of seasonings. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a second layer of cheese, and then we're going to start laying in our toppings. Okay. So our second layer of cheese, we're just going to do plain mozzarella.
I love mozzarella. What's your favorite kind of pizza, Phil?
I don't know if I have a favorite kind. I mean, there's so many different ways you can make it. That's the thing. There's so many different ways you can stuff a pizza. You can make thin crust. You can make thick style, New York style.
Deep dish?
Deep dish, which we had in Chicago last year. I mean, there's just so many varieties.
I like margarita pizzas, but if I pick meat, it's usually either bacon or some kind of pepperoni.
So we got our second layer of mozzarella cheese on there. That's what we're going to use to top it as well, so I'll leave that out. Now it's time for the serious toppings. Anyone, you can do whatever you want, meats, whatever. Today we're going to go a little bit more healthy route. We're going to choose some fresh cut peppers. These are peppers that were already pre-chopped, and they package them like this. You could buy them at the local supermarket. And we're going to go with, obviously, the chicken. So let's first of all open up the peppers.
All kinds of colors, too. Traditionally, it's red peppers that are on pizza, though, like the #1 color.
Red and green.
Yeah.
I'd say I've seen the most. Red and green. And every once in a while, you'll get a yellow. A lot of people like banana peppers. But that's a different kind of pizza. That totally changes the flavor of your pizza.
Yeah, different peppers all have different flavors, and these aren't spicy.
No, these are the more milder peppers. They do have a tiny bit of a kick, but it's more of a flavor versus a burn.
Yeah, there's no burn or heat.
All right, probably put 1 or 2 more on there.
I used to eat peppers like this raw when I was very, very little. Very little. I can't do it anymore, but...
1 more. Okay, so there's our peppers, right? And now we're going to go with the chicken, which has been waiting over there since we warmed it up for the salad.
Still warm. Not totally burning hot, but...
Right, and the thing is, if some of these are cold, that's fine, because this is going in the oven, so this is actually going to warm up as it's in the oven.
And this is also going to make the chicken more flavorful, putting in the oven instead of just nuking it.
Absolutely.
Nuking anything will take a lot of the natural flavors out. But certain things that you can nuke and they will be fine, like chocolate.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that.
Yes, you can microwave chocolate.
I'm not a chocolate chef.
I am. Well, I just eat chocolate. I don't make any.
Okay, another few smaller pieces. Load this guy up.
There you go.
Alright, so there are our 2 mini pizzas, right? Now, as I said, we have to finish this off. I'm going to rinse off my hand briefly here because I just had a ton of things on it. We're going to finish it off with a final layer of cheese and a final layer of seasonings. Okay?
These pizzas already look good. If you tossed in the oven now, it would probably be great, but we're going to add even more cheese and more seasonings to make it the most flavorful pizza you could ever make at home.
You don't want as thick of a layer as you had under it, simply because you don't want cheese oozing off the pizza, but you want enough that it is going to melt over the top.
You don't want to completely bury it. You want to still see your toppings, but you don't want You want some cheese on top of your toppings usually.
Okay, and now I think I'll put a tiny little bit in the corner there, and then our final seasonings, and we're good to go. And as you can hear, the oven still isn't ready, so we've wasted no time at all. Actually, we're out. That's it. That's the end of the mozzarella.
Oh well, we have the 4 cheese with some mozzarella in it.
All right, so the final seasonings, we're gonna put a little bit more cilantro. We're not gonna go nuts. I'll take a fresh stalk here of cilantro. Put a few leaves on top. Again, don't go nuts, just enough that you're going to get a flavor for it. You don't want the whole pizza to just taste like cilantro. You want all the different flavors to come out as you eat it. There we go. And then finally, the final sprinkling for the top, a tiny more bit of oregano.
Oh, it smells so good. It's one of my favorite ones to smell. It just has, it's so aromatic.
Okay. Final sprinkling.
Not too much.
It'll melt right into the top layer of the cheese. Alright, so we are good to go. And what you would do, once your oven hits around 450 degrees, which I believe we're close to, we're at over 400 now, it's getting up there. You toss this in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. You don't want to go over. If you go over, your crust is going to become very, very hard and crispy. So it all depends on how, if you like really crispy crust, but you want a chance kind of maybe burning the edges, you can go over 10 minutes. We're going to probably put it in for exactly the 10, and we're going to see how it turns out. So we'll be back after these have, cooked, and we'll show you the final product. Here we go. Well, fast forward a good 10 minutes. We've cooked these in the oven now after it has been warmed up, and here they come. Look at that. Beautiful, multiple kinds of melted cheese. You can see what happened is the ingredients spread out on the pizza bread as it cooked, and this is good to go. You can eat it literally with a fork and knife. You can chop it up with a pizza cutter, which is probably what we'll attempt to do. And it's delicious. And let me tell you, see the cilantro? See all the ingredients are mixed in within there? That's how you get a good pizza. If we look at the oregano melted into the cheese, these are the touches that make it great. Not just a stupid frozen pizza from, your grocer, and you toss it in, you cook it, it comes out. It doesn't have all this fresh ingredients. This is really what makes it good. And by the way, we did that in what? Half hour, I'd say?
Yeah, half hour, maybe a little over.
And by the way, we've eaten our salad already in the time that this was cooking, so now we're ready to go. Chop this up, let it cool down for a minute, and enjoy a delicious homemade pizza. So that's it. Thanks for joining us on Poorly Cooking with the King.
And me.
Yes, I said us. Silly.
Well, Poorly Cooking with the King and me.
And, thanks. And hopefully this is a recipe that you will add to your repertoire using these store-bought ingredients. So thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye.